Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com, dwyersportsbetting.com. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. Right, we're looking at regionals today. During the NCAA tournament, we'll update our views as the tournament develops. But just looking at regionals and looking at futures on who's going to win regionals, right? One of the lessons I've learned is regardless of the talent on the roster, right? Regardless of the talent, pay close attention to the coaches. When you see too many coaches in the same bracket who have won the NCAA tournament in the past and who always seem to do well in the NCAA tournament, in my opinion, you need to stay away from that regional. So with that said, and I know this regional is loaded, and I know many of you are looking at the rosters and you're thinking, my God, this team's loaded. I've got to bet on this horse. But in my opinion, you need to stay away from the Midwestern regional. Stay away from it. Why? You're telling me the same bracket has Bill Self of Kansas, who won this tournament, Tom Izzo of Michigan State, who won this tournament. And let's be serious here about Tom Izzo. This guy is one of the very best coaches at any level of basketball. I get the feeling that he could round up 12 guys from my block and he'd be competitive in the NCAA. I know Michigan State had a down year by their standards, right? I'm just telling you, you don't want to be dealing with bets against Tom Izzo, right? Also, keep in mind, you have another guy, Rick Pitino, Louisville. The team is loaded, and it's Rick Pitino. He knows his way around an NCAA tournament. Throw in sleeper teams like Oregon. Folks, they're dangerous. And my advice to you, at least to myself, is, hey, this part of the ocean has too many waves for me. Right? I'm seeing too many sharks in the water. I'm going to get back to dry land. I'm staying away. Flat out, I'm just staying away from bets on the Midwestern regional. I'll be the person at the table who laughs and nods his head as other people talk about the talent in this regional, right? My money is going to be elsewhere. The place that really attracts me right now, and what we're doing here is we're looking for a situation, not even necessarily a team. We're looking for a situation where a team is mispriced, is undervalued. And what we want to do is set up a hedge where we're able to get value from the undervalued team. So, for argument's sake, let's say there's a favorite at even money. And let's say I was going to bet $10 on that favorite at even money because I feel, you know what, that favorite's almost a sure thing. It's almost a sure thing to win this regional. So I'm going to bet 10 to win 10, right? We're just picking easy numbers. Now let's say there's another team who has somewhat of a chance to win the regional. And let's say the way it plays out, you're thinking, well, my even money team's going to win or this team at 3-1's going to win. So rather than bet 10 to make 10, let's say I'm going to bet 10 also on the 3-1 team. So because I have a chance at $30 there, minus the 10 that I've bet on my favorite team, because I have increased expected winnings, I can actually take some of those expected winnings and put it on my even money team. So I make more money if either the even money team or the 3-1 team wins. Now in the West, you have the team that's ranked number 1 by both Ken Pomeroy and Jeff Sagarin. Right now, if you don't know who those guys are, you need to stop the tape right here and research both and look at the numbers. Right? You need to slap yourself in the face, look around the sports book, and understand that several people in the sports book know who these guys are and have been tracking their ratings the entire year. Don't be the newbie who doesn't know he's the newbie. Now understand, the highest rated team in the land, according to Ken Pomeroy and Jeff Sagarin, is Gonzaga. Gonzaga only has 1 loss all season, folks. They've done damn well against top 50 teams. They're the 1 seed in the West. You're getting them at a plus 160. This is better than even money to win not the tournament, to win the regional. Now let's think it through. Did you know that the team that Ken Pomeroy has ranked 5th in the country, is West Virginia? Right? A team that has Bob Huggins, one of the winningest coaches in the NCAA's history. A team with an aggressive defense that's going to wilt a lot of these guards whose teams are lucky to make it to the NCAA. Now, what if I told you that West Virginia, ranked in the top 10 by both Pomeroy and Sagarin, is somehow the 4th seed in the Western Regional? And right now, to win the regional, right now being March the 15th, 2017, is going off at a plus 600. In my opinion, West Virginia is the most mispriced team on the board. Right? Understand, if things play out the way they should, West Virginia is going to meet Gonzaga. Right? The 2 teams are going to play each other in the Sweet 16 for the right to play in the Elite 8 against the winner of the southern half of the Western Regional. I know Arizona has looked good of late, but did you know that Ken Pomeroy has Arizona ranked, and I'm talking about the 2 seed in the Western Regional, the 2 seed. Ken Pomeroy has them ranked 21st in his statistical analysis. Jeff Sagarin has Arizona ranked 19th. The bet I'm recommending here is a hedge of Gonzaga at plus 160. Hedged with West Virginia at plus 600 to win the Western Regional. Right? You should be able to structure the bet so you're extracting value from the mispricing of West Virginia. Right? Understand, if West Virginia beats Gonzaga, great. More beer for us. Right? They'll stand a decent shot, very good shot, of beating Arizona. Let's go one step further. If Arizona, who typically tends to have great athletes who are more athletic than they are skilled, if Arizona falls apart and one of these other teams from the bottom half of the bracket, Florida State, Maryland, ends up in the Elite 8 against the winner of Gonzaga, West Virginia, I believe we all know that the winner of Gonzaga, West Virginia is going to be favored. So if you needed to further hedge the play, right? If you have the winner of Gonzaga, West Virginia, and you needed to further hedge the play, understand whatever money you put on the other half of the play, you would be getting better than even money on, because you'd be hedging with a bet on the underdog. So, of all the teams on the board, I believe West Virginia is the most mispriced, right? I believe the winner of Gonzaga, West Virginia is likely to be the winner of the Western Regional. And you're getting considerable value since you're getting a plus 160 on the Gonzaga side of the aisle, and you're getting a plus 600. That's what we want to find, a plus 600 on the West Virginia side of the aisle. To give you an idea on who West Virginia has to play to get to Gonzaga, first round, West Virginia plays Bucknell. Second round, they play either Ivy League team Princeton or Notre Dame. Right? They get by those two games. They're likely going to face Gonzaga, who opens against South Dakota State and then plays the winner of Vanderbilt versus Northwestern. Right? Now compare those roads to the Sweet 16 with some of these other teams. Look, I know Kentucky won the SEC. I know Kentucky's loaded. Every year I'm seeing talented players. John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis. I'm seeing great players from Kentucky make it in the NCAA. Right? That's a team that's really a feeder school for, the NBA. But understand, Kentucky, the 2 seed in the South, in the second round of the NCAA, and keep in mind, Kentucky's young, they might have to go up against Wichita State, a team that Ken Pomeroy has in the top 10, not in the South Regional, but in the entire world of college basketball. Let me also say, too, these diaper dandies, maybe they have a lot of talent, but do they have the experience that some of these other teams have of playing in the NCAA? Right? Sometimes it helps to have lesser talented seniors and juniors on your team. Right? So I love Kentucky's talent. I don't like Kentucky's bracket. By the way, look further. Let's say Kentucky beats Northern Kentucky. Let's say they then play and beat Wichita State. Folks, in the Sweet 16, they might have to play UCLA. Right? This road is far bumpier than the road West Virginia and the road Gonzaga have to get to the Sweet 16, where you're guaranteed the winner. You're guaranteed an Elite 8 team if they both make it to the Sweet 16, because you're on both sides of the play. Anyway, that's how I see it. Let me hear from you. It's March 15th, 2017. We'll update this as the tournament goes along. Let me hear from you. Tell us which teams you feel are in the catbird seat because of the pairings. Tell us which teams you feel are great sleepers and why. Let me hear from you. Thanks for stopping by.